Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? Live wire, it's all about sports and entertainment. You don't wanna miss it, so official like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats, you know that we gotta run it back. Whether on the field or the court, you know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is Live Wire, sports and entertainment. Let's go.
What's good, Live Wire sports media fans? Man, when I tell you, when you you don't know what goes on at night when you're sleeping and you wake up into a slew of Twitter comments, news, and all kind of stuff dropping. Man, let me tell you, if y'all have not heard the latest right now between Chennedy Carter and the Chicago Sky, well, hey, I got it for you. Man, Chennedy Carter came back on X. She was in a Twitter space, which somebody sent to me. I did listen to it. But man, Chennedy Carter put out a tweet. Now, before I even get into that, I'm gonna get into what Ann Constable, I guess she covers the Chicago Sky and everything like that. And I'm gonna put out this article that she put out about the reason why the Chicago Sky have not signed Carter back and the reason why they decided to let Carter walk and everything like that. Now, we all can read between the lines. We are pretty knowledgeable. But the fact of the matter is that we have covered sports, have talked about sports, and when somebody puts out a tweet and say this, and then say, oh, well, it's not about that and all of that, because they don't want people to come after them or stuff like that. Man, look, we already knew that the Chicago Sky was having issues in the locker room. You seen it from Dana Evans. You heard her talking about it at the exit interview. Her and Izzy Harrison, they crying and all of that. Man, look, when you have big egos like Angel Reese, now Camila Cardoza, she stayed in the background. She did her thing. She didn't worry about it. But I could tell you this: when Camila Cardoza's contract is up, she's leaving Chicago Sky. You can mark my words, me saying this today, and it's what? January the 20th, 2025? This video will be coming back around. Camila Cardoza is going to lead the Chicago Sky. And I'm going to tell you why in a little bit, but check this article out. So, according to multiple sources, players were unhappy with the dynamic created in the locker room last year due to Carter's behavior, which went unchecked by former coach Teresa Weatherspoon. Now, we all talked about Teresa Weatherspoon. We all talked about her, how she was letting Angel Reese do whatever she wanted to do. She was promoting bad behavior, especially when Chennedy Carter checked Caitlin Clark early in the season, and Angel Reese was on the sideline cheering and stuff like that. And when Carter came to the sideline, you could see Weatherspoon didn't even like, hey, what are you doing? You know, she was like applauding bad behavior. So, and to some of the sources say there were concerns within the team regarding how resigning Carter would impact the Sky's chances of landing other free agents. The Sky GM has in the past press conference made it clear while roster decisions will ultimately be his to make, his plans to collaborate with new coach Tyler Marsh and Sky ownership. This indicates that it was likely to joint decisions not to offer Carter. Last week, offers went out to Dana Evans and Michelle Olaware, making them restricted free agents. An offer also went out to reserve free agent Nikoluna Milovic, who plays overseas at this moment. So, as a reserve free agent, the offer is the same as that of a restricted, but Milovic can only negotiate with the Sky beginning tomorrow. Evans and Michelle can negotiate with other teams, but the Sky will have the rights to refusal. But they could only match it. They can't, you know what I'm saying? If somebody paid Michelle and Dana Evans more money, if the Sky can't match it, they could walk. That's just simple as that. Now, as you listen to that, if you listen to that pretty clearly, is that we know that Teresa Weatherspoon wasn't a great coach, just like Christy Sides was with Indiana. But the fact of the matter is this. That Sky organization has lost a lot of players. Not just this Kennedy Carter situation goes way deeper than just this year. It goes way back because you had what's the girl name? Kalia Copper left. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't even keep Candace Parker. She only signed 1 year to bring y'all a title, and then she bounced. You know what I'm saying? Y'all could not keep her. Now y'all trying to go after Jewel Lloyd, you know what I'm saying, to come there to play because y'all feel like, okay, we could get Jewel Lloyd. She has the same skill set as Kennedy Carter. Is she better than Kennedy Carter? No, but at the same time, Jewel Lloyd is very low temperament. You're not going to have too much issues with her. But this is my thing. When you have a pulverizing personality as Angel Reese, negative or bad, and I some of it is kind of negative because you got to think Teresa Weatherspoon allowed all of this to take place. She was giving the reins to Angel Reese. She didn't treat I just mentioned a girl name a few minutes ago. Camila Cardoza. She didn't treat Camila Cardoza the same. Kennedy Carter started off the bench, and then everybody kept saying why Carter is not starting. Then eventually she started, and then everything went around her and everything like that. So now Kennedy Carter did post this on X. I don't know, last night, overnight, this morning, but I pulled it up anyway. And she said, I think the ability to consistently make layups just puts everyone in a different tier. So important to score is important to score easily. Now, she came back and replied, say, I'm just focused on me. This was literally about me and how special a craft it is. Not bother at all about the spins, you telling me how you really feel, to be honest. Now, I don't buy that. I don't buy that crap. Honestly, I don't buy it. Now, some people say that she could be talking about Unrivaled. She could be talking about Angel Reese. It could be both, to be honest with you, because if you look at Unrivaled right now, guess what they're doing? They still missing layups. And I had a conversation with Adrian Ross last night. She invited me on her show and everything on her live stream last night between the two games. And she asked me a series of questions what I think about Unrivaled. And I told her simply is that, and shout out to you, Andrew Ross, always doing an amazing job. I told her simply, some of these players are not made for this 3-on-3 format. Now, people think that it might change to 5-on-5 later on. I don't know. But as you see right now, a lot of players are getting exposed because some of them players that we think great, and I'm going to use Satu Sabali because she's been the one that everybody's been hammering on a little bit. You think about that. Satu has a special skill set. It's might not made for 3-on-3. As you see, she's struggling. You know what I'm saying? She's struggling. Yeah, she had what 10, 11 points last night, but she's struggling. So, but if you put her in a 5-on-5, she's good. You know what I'm saying? So we got to look at the format differently. A lot of players ain't. A lot of players are not good in one-on-one setting. Just being honest. And I was asking her, and Adrian asked me last night who I would love to see, and I put Carter, Mitchell, Clark, um, some others that could thrive in one-on-one settings. You know what I'm saying? I think Juju Watkins could thrive in one-on-one setting. So that's just my take on that. But back to Kennedy Carter. Now, I don't excuse none of her behavior because her behavior is a detrimental to who she is. A great talent by far. I can't take that away from her. But for her to be on 3 teams, it seems like either people gaslighting her or she doesn't know how to channel her anger or her personality to be a better player. Now, she was on Spaces last night and she talked about a few things. Now, a lot of players, a lot of people that's in those spaces, I think Ken Swift was in there, and everybody. But like I said, I had got the spaces sent to me, and I listened to it. I fast forward to her remarks, and she was talking about how China loved her, how China pays her really well, how she's doing good, she's trying to be a better person, and all of this stuff, and that's great. But when you have a history of being a trouble person in the W, it's hardly that team's going to take a chance on you. Now she said that she still have a good relationship with some of the players on the Sky because some of them have the same agent as hers. Plus, at the same time, she also said that hey, she do have a meeting with a team in a couple of days. She said teams has been reaching out for her. I don't know what teams it is. A lot of people has been advocating for her to come to the Fever. I'm kind of like not. I'm me personally. I don't want that in the locker room because the way Boston, the way Mitchell, the way Caitlin is, the way Katie Lou, the way Lexi Hall is, this locker room is a really easygoing locker room. We dealt with the Melissa Smith and DJ Carrington mess, but even that, Melissa Smith really didn't cause a lot of issues. You know what I'm saying? She just couldn't find her game. Then you got Dantes there, that's very quiet. Vivian Saxon, very quiet. Berger, very quiet. You got players on this team that's very quiet, but they go out and perform at a high level. You don't need somebody with a Kennedy Carter that, and like I said, she's a great basketball talent. But at the same time, people trying to say, well, hey, Michael Jordan did it with Dennis Rodman. They won 3 championships. Kennedy Carter is a little bit much. She's a little bit much. And like I said, again, she's a great talent, but I don't feel like Stephanie White wants to deal with that. I think she dealt with enough of that in Connecticut with DJ Carrington, and she wants people that wants to come in and be a part of the team, not just to be ego-driven because, yeah, I think I'm the baddest person on the court. Because you got to think about this. Kennedy Carter gets there with Indiana, right? And everything's going good for a couple months. And then all of a sudden, she started getting the ball in her hand, start doing whatever it is, playing. And we seen it with Chicago. She was starting to do her own thing because she thinks she's the best player on the court. And by none, she ain't better than Caitlin Clark. But she will think in her mind that she is, and she'll try to take the team over. And then Caitlin Clark is going to get frustrated, and they're going to have problems. You know what I'm saying? So that's my issue with that because I don't think it will work because she already says things about Caitlin Clark. She already physically assaulted Caitlin Clark. And me personally, I don't want that kind of problem on the team. Now, if she was just like Dana Evans and just came in and play, I'll be good with it. Or Jewel Lloyd come in and play, I'll be good with it. But she's very impulsive. She's like a ticking time bomb that be ready to explode. And you don't need that for your locker room, especially when you're trying to win a championship. Now, stranger things has happened in stranger times. People do know how to change, but I just don't feel it. And like when I listen to her on the spaces, you could tell her, you could listen to her. She was talking about me, 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 me. I think I'm better than anybody else. But at the same time, you gotta learn because see, her playing in China, they let her do whatever she want to do on the court. She's their leading scorer. But when you have to play in a setting that had no, when you have to play team ball and you have to restrict some of your scoring ability to fit the team structure, it's going to be hard for her. And her ego is not going to allow her to be a team player. She already was frustrated with Dylan giving Angel Reese that trying to get that double when they played New York, and they didn't want to give Angel Reese the ball. See, the thing about it is, we've been watching, we've been seeing stuff. She might been in spaces saying, yeah, oh, Angel Reese is this and that, but deep down inside, she had a problem with Angel Reese. She had a problem with that team. And the same thing with Marina Mabrey that had actually left, and then because she's in on Rival playing, you know, they all go be around each other. If Marina Mabrey wasn't in on Rival, she would have never said no comments on that screen to Angel Reese. Why Marina Mabrey left? Why she wanted to get out? Her and Chennedy Carter was like this. They was like that. So me personally, I don't buy none of this stuff that Carter's saying. Angel Reese took shots of her online. She came back and took shots. And I'm going to show you something real quick, guys, before I wrap up this a little bit more, because I got to get into it. This right here, Chennedy Carter, and this was posted. If you look at best to worst field goals percentage on layups, look what Angel Reese said. Her and Izzy Harris is at the bottom, under 40%. Then you got Dejanay Carrington for a guard and Jude Lloyd under 40%. So you mean to tell me, as a big, you cannot make layups? You got Brittany Griner, a tall big, is at 74%. Jordan Harrison for her size has a better field goal percentage than Angel Reese. And people trying to say, well, Angel Reese is this and Angel Reese is that. Chennedy Carter has a point. Layups are very important, especially when you're on a fast break. And we have seen people on the fast. Courtney Vandersloot last night in our rival had a fast break and missed and had a layup, and the ball went right over the backboard. If you look at these ladies, how they lay up, they just toss the ball to the rim. They don't soft touch it. Now, Enrique, I have watched her. She gets to the basket, lays it up. Kayla McBride gets to the basket, lays it up. These women gets to the ball, and lo and behold, if y'all think Angel Reese, a game is going to improve dramatically in year 2, then y'all sadly mistaken. This girl cannot shoot. People give her when the game is fast paced, ain't nobody gonna sit there and let you shoot a slow release jump shot or a slow release 3. There's nobody gonna do that. Nobody's gonna do that. So to Chennedy Carter point, she has a point about the missed layups. It's bad. Whether she's talking about Reese or the players in the rival, it's all the same. It's all the same. So I mean, people might get mad at Chennedy Carter for what she said, but hey, facts are facts. And when you got facts and stats, that's all that matters at the end of the day. Facts and stats. So I'm gonna put this other article up, and then we're gonna go ahead and close this out. So Chennedy Carter had an incredible season. This is from the Chicago GM. Had an incredible season for us last year, he said. In a statement provided by the Sun-Times, she extremely talented and is a player that can impact a game at the highest level in our league. We absolutely appreciate all that she did for our team last year. However, we made changes to our staff and will make changes to our roster. Those changes impact the Chennedy fit for the team. That last part, those changes impact Kennedy's fit on the team. So we wanted to give her the best opportunity as a free agent. Now, What impacts y'all? If y'all don't land Juloy, if y'all don't land Juloy, who y'all think y'all gonna land? Now Juloy asked for a trade, and if you don't nail um Juloy in free agency or get a trade going for her in free agency, then you'll be in the season going into the season with no top scorer. Because guess what? If you think now, me personally, I think Camila Cardozo should be the starting center, regardless of what the girl that got hurt. Don't know her name. She got hurt. I don't think she should come. I think she should come off the bench behind Camila Cardozo. I think Camila Cardozo could be a 2020 player or 2010 player in the league. 20 points, 10 rebounds, 10 plus rebounds. But she's never going to get that opportunity because you got Angel Reese that wants to feel like she's a guard that can't dribble up the court, double dribbles on a fast break, throws up bricks after bricks after bricks. Now she wants to try to shoot threes just to say that she could shoot threes. I'm all for people improving their game and all of that stuff. But at the end of the day, stick to what you do best. You're a rebounder. You should not be trying to score. I don't care what you did in college. That doesn't translate into pros. We've seen it so many times. But for Chennedy Carter, I hope she finds a team. I hope somebody take a chance. A lot of people talking about the aces and stuff with Chennedy Carter. First of all, I cannot see Chennedy Carter temperament playing with Asia Wilson or Becky Hammond. I just can't see that. Besides, they don't even have money to pay her. They will have to cut some key players just to bring her on. And you got to think, who's going to take on Chennedy Carter now? That me personally, if I was Chennedy Carter, I will wait. I'll sit out a year. You know why? Because the new CBA comes in and you could be more valuable to get signed with a team and get paid more money with a team next year than trying to come on a team this year and then become a free agent again. Now, somebody that's probably looking for a championship window, probably will try to take a chance on you and everything like that. But nevertheless, man, I just feel like it just seems like Chicago Sky continues to go in this hamster wheel of self-destruction because, yeah, they might bring a new coach in. Yeah, they trying to get players in there. But if this team, how players are going to play with Angel Reese, she could be a problem as well. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing Tyler Morris said, it's not going to be about one player. Well, we're going to see how that plays because you can't sit Angel Reese on the bench. You're going to have to start her. But if she's not being affected, you're going to have to pull her out of the game at some point in time to have your best lineup that's being effective. Same thing we did with Nalissa Smith. Same thing we did with Katie Lou Samuelson over there in Indiana. You have to put your best lineup in. And yeah, she's a rebounding machine, but at the same time, what she's going to bring to you offensively, that's going to be the issue. That's going to be the issue. So, again, Chennedy Carter, hey, she letting it be known, whether in subliminal messages or even on spaces, she talked about certain things. She didn't want to get into it because Chennedy Carter was smart about that when she was on spaces because she didn't want to get into a lot of stuff. And she kind of like pick and choose what she wanted to talk about because the people that's in spaces definitely would have went on to Twitter, tweeted everything about what she was saying, and then it would have been a whole other big blown up situation. You know what I'm saying? So Chennedy Carter was smart on that part of not giving them what they want, regardless of what she feels deep down inside. And I know she feels that Angel Reese is part of the issue over there too, along with some others. So she keep it to herself. She kept it light. She said, no. So, well, like I said, we all know the real deal. We already know what it is about. So, but Again, this is what we get from a dysfunction organization. So again, like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think about Chennedy Carter. Who do you feel she should pick? We should pick. No, not we. Who do you feel what team should pick her up this year? If not this year, then next year. But until then, Live Wire Sports. Until the next episode, I'm out.
Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? Live Wire, it's all about sports and entertainment. You don't want to miss it, so official like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats. You know that we gotta run it back, whether on the field or the court. You know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is Live Wire, sports and entertainment. Let's go.